Hi, this is Ryan with Iron Planet Hobbies, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up the Bachmann Easy Track Easy Command DCC Turnout. This one has DCC on board for basic operation and for block control. Okay, the first thing you want to do is go ahead and connect your turnout to the command station. Right here I've got a connection at each end going to the track output over here on the command station. And so once you've got that set up and you've got it powered on, you want to hold down the little button right here for 2 seconds. And you'll see the turnout throw back and forth, letting you know you're in programming mode. And then over here on the throttle, I've dialed up address 3, which is I'm going to set this to. And then you just throw a turnout command to address 3, and you saw it 4 times. It moved. So now this turnout is set to address 3. There's thrown, closed. So that is how you set this up first before you install it, just to get your address programmed on the turnout decoder. Now the next step is going to be setting this up to work on block control, and for that we are going to have to perform a little minor surgery on the turnout. And the reason being we have to do this is because this has a decoder built in to throw the turnout that will show as occupied on your occupancy feedback module and or a panel, dispatcher panel, or however you are looking to receive the feedback for occupied blocks. So we will go ahead and disconnect this turnout now and get to work on that. All right, so the first thing we're going to do here is we will start by removing these 2 screws. Now that we've got the screws and the back plate off, I've lifted up the decoder, and now we're going to remove the tape right here so we can access the track connections. Okay, now that we have the tape out of the way, these are the groups of wires here that we need to remove. This is where the power is coming from to the decoder. You've got one set on each side that goes to the decoder, one set on each side that also comes in and will feed the single black wire that comes out right here, and that is what is powering the frog right here on the front side. So next step is we will remove those wires right there. Okay, now you can see I have nipped the wires off of those contacts there. They could be unsoldered, however these sit down in there a little ways, and so it would be kind of tough to get a soldering iron in there and loosen it up. You'd have to have a pretty steady hand not to melt some of that plastic. So I just nipped them off. It's not a big deal. And now I will attach some new leads. All right, here you can see now I've attached 2 leads. One here to these 2 wires, the red and the black, and this blue one here is connected to the 2 orange ones. And then I've just put a little bit of a shrink tube on there just for protection. So I will go ahead and reassemble this, and making sure to put the black tape back down here just as it was before. Okay, so now the cover's back on. There is a cutout already here, so I've just got the wires coming out the side here. So you could drill a hole in your tabletop and drop these down through it, or if you're wiring everything on top, you could notch this out right here, and then that way it would sit flat. So now we'll just go on over there and hook it up to the command station. Back over here now, and we've got the leads that we just created connected to the wires that come out of the command station there. And so by pressing the C, the turnout is closed. We can press T, the turnout is thrown. So you can see it's working flawlessly. And now you can proceed to connect your track power like you would before. With the block detection, you need to remember to make sure that one side is gapped on each one of these exits here. And the reason we're doing this is we want the turnout in block detection to be its own block. So you would have block 1, block 2, block 3, and block 4. This is for signaling purposes also. So your signals would be one here for trains coming this direction. And so when that engine hits this turnout, your signal is going to drop from your red or yellow or green or yellow to red, and same for trains coming in this way. As soon as they pass the block boundary and this is detected, it will change the signaling, provided you set that up that way. And one other thing I'll show you here, this is what I use for stripping the wires. It is a product by TCS, and it will strip much smaller gauge wire than your average wire stripper will, and they work very nice for working with small wires and decoder wires. So that's pretty much it for setting up your Bachmann Easy Command DCC Turnout. If you have any questions, please leave those below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.